Peace, everybody. Peace. Happy July. We are halfway through the year. We did a live earlier this year on Instagram, checking in on the energy of the year for all of our numbers, life path, destiny, personal year. So I figured we'd just do a quick check-in and see what the rest of the year has in store for us, if we've implemented any of the lessons or messages and advice and how that has changed things around for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards here for the collective in this video. And then I'll go ahead and pull some cards, general messages for each of the life path numbers 1 through 9. And of course, the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. So let's go ahead and jump in. So everyone is experiencing a year 8. 2024 is a year 8. You add all the digits together and then you reduce, if necessary, to a single digit, and that is the number, the energetic signature of the year. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So now we have an 8 year. So what does the 8 generally signify? 8s are about power. 8s are about reaping what you've sown. It is the cycle of some people consider it karma. You get what you put out, that kind of thing. It is about businesses, institutions, corporations, entrepreneurs, CEOs. It's definitely a year for folks to step into their power and to take advantage of that phoenix energy, right? The rebirthing of sorts. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have. I'm going to pull hopefully just one, but sometimes they fly out. There's one. From each deck, this deck here is the little red one deck. Unfortunately, it's no longer available. The author has joined the realm of the ancestors. We're going to pull one from, it's like a hybrid divination deck. Then we're going to go with an oracle deck here. And then I have my words of truth. We'll pick a word for the rest of the year and then see what that says. So. Abundance. Okay, I like abundance. So, everybody. So our first card here from the little red one deck is telling us to let go. There are things that we have held on to. There are old methods and ways of doing things that we thought we could carry with us into this year. We're about halfway through now. We are halfway through now. And they haven't been working. They're no longer serving us. So we have to let go of what it is that we thought was actually the case, or was going to work, or was going to happen, or the people that we thought that would help us be there along the way, our support systems, our old habits, our old behaviors, and let them go. They're holding you back. They're holding us back. So, discard, okay? Let it go. Next, face your fears. You cannot run from them forever. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The things that you were holding on to, they were part of your comfort zone. The things that made you feel safe and sometimes stable, sometimes complacent, sometimes stuck. So in order to move to the next level, we have to face what it is that scares us the most. And oftentimes it is letting go of the things that we have become comfortable with. Maybe things have not gone according to plan this year, and now we're starting to scramble. So what do? We redirect. We go back to the drawing board. We start fresh. We get uncomfortable. Because being comfortable only leads to being stagnant and to settling for things that we don't really deserve, right? Here, the word for the rest of the year is abundance. You have to let go of the things that are scaring you, or let go of the things that you feel that you're afraid of. You're not actually afraid. You just, you might, you're scared, but you're not. Stop being so scary. Okay, in that sense, there's no boogeyman, but you're saying that it's a boogeyman and it's preventing you from tapping into your abundance. The rest of this year is about abundance. 8 is about abundance. It's about money and flow and prosperity and wealth and generational planning and legacy and all of that. Step into it. You deserve abundance. But keep in mind, abundance is not inherently mean. It doesn't automatically mean money. It can be an abundance of a lot of things. So what is it that you need to let go of? What do you need to face in order to bring about the abundance of the positive things? You need to let go of the negative thinking. You need to let go of those behaviors because you've had an abundance of that. But now it's time to change that around. It's time to have an abundance of all the good things. It's time to have an abundance of money, an abundance of people who support you, believe in you, right? An abundance of resources and opportunities to make the things that you need and want happen. It's so funny, I feel like I'm reading myself, but I'm sure this applies to like a lot of people because this year is like, what the H? What the heck? Right? But we are strong enough and we are able and capable of changing that story around in order to achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves. So I hope you all have enjoyed this real brief check-in. I'll pull a word for each of the numbers. So life path destiny 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 9. And then we'll do master numbers 11, 22, and 33. As you see, I'm going to be pulling blind. I don't open the deck. The deck just opens when I pull it. See? Yeah. Anyway. Life path number 1, destiny 1, personal year 1. The rest of this year, you have to be in gratitude. You have to be in a state of thanks. You have to do things worth being thankful for. You have to focus on the things that you want to amplify and be thankful for. The more you're grateful, the more you receive. Life path number 2, destiny 2, personal year 2. Name 2, whatever it is. If you're vibing with the 2, what is your word for the rest of the year? Present. Be present. Focus on the now. Let go of the past. You can control a lot of things. You also cannot control a lot of things. So it's time to be present, time to focus, time to rein everything in. Tomorrow's problem will be tomorrow's problem. Yeah. Life path number 3. Excuse me. Life path number 3, destiny 3, personal year 3. What is your word for the rest of the year? It's almost like it's talking on purpose. Let go, let it go, let it go. It is time to let go of the things that are blocking your creativity. We know 3s are all about creativity, about that flow, about taking from the ethers and bringing it into the heart center so that way you can produce it back down to the ground. Okay? Lajay. Like we say at home in Dominica, Lajay, let it go. All that stuff is holding you back. You're stiff, you're tense, you're stifling yourself. Okay? Rest of the year, work on freeing yourself. Life path number 4, destiny 4, personal year 4, number 4. What is your word for the rest of 2024? Ooh. This doesn't just have to mean romantically. Intimacy. Do you know yourself? Do you know yourself well enough to know what keeps you grounded? For your number's about foundations. Your number's about grounding and stability. What is happening in your home that is causing you to not be stable? Get intimate with those things and get to know those things. Develop a closeness with those things so you further understand them. And you know how to implement them, apply them, work with them, navigate around them. People, items, concepts. Get to know yourself better. Be intimate. Also, if you've been building a home, time to, what they call that? When you christen it? Yeah. Maybe it's time to christen your home with a partner, right? Get to know something more deeply, and I'm receiving that it's yourself. Life path number 5. Destiny 5. Personal year 5. What is your year? Your year, Lord. What is your word for the rest of the year? Repression. Okay. I'm receiving that you've been a little bit too all over the place, to be very honest. And that could possibly be a reaction to people trying to stifle you and dim your shine and to repress you and to hold you back and to oppress, downpress you, to hold you back. And you've been kind of wilding out. So you have to do the repressing now. You have to put yourself in check so that way you don't rebel and retaliate from what other people are trying to do in this regard. There are some of you also who have been the opposite and put yourself in a hole and not been expressing yourself because you have been in a state of repression. So for the rest of the year, look to where you are being repressed and look to where you are being a bit excessive with your thoughts and your actions in order to control that, rein it in, and do some repressing on your own. It's okay. Everything doesn't have to be wild out all the time. Everything doesn't have to be, free me, freebie all the time. No. Balance is key. Life path number 6. Destiny 6. Personal year 6. What is your word for the rest of this year, 2024? Oh, heart. I love it. The 6 is about the heart. It's about the home. It's about the body, the physical body. If you look at the way the 6 is written, just like I teach in my classes, you take from the top and you bring it into the center. So for the rest of this year, you need to focus on your heart health. Okay, eating properly, eating lightly, watch your cholesterol. What is going on at the heart of your home? What is going on in your heart? Pay attention to those things. Develop a more caring nature, and be more focused about heart-centered living. How are you showing empathy to those in your surroundings, to the world around you? How are you taking things to heart? Are you being a little bit too sensitive with constructive criticism or when people speak with you? What's your emotional life like? Balance that out as well. Life path number 7. Destiny 7. Personal year 7. What is your word for the year 2024? Sacrifice. Don't become the sacrificial lamb. Pay attention to what's happening in your spiritual world and whether or not you're allowing certain things to become too heavy, that you begin to sacrifice other things that are important to you, like your time, your family. And there's also, it may be a time for you to focus on what it is you need to sacrifice. Are you trying to achieve some goals Do you want to get some kind of spiritual initiation? Are you trying to save up some money to do something, to take a trip, to study, to go to school? What needs to go and what needs to stay? Okay? So don't, give of yourself so much that you feel like you have nothing left and you're depleted, like you're sacrificing yourself. And then also pay attention to what it is you need to part with, give up in order to achieve your goals. Life path number 8, destiny 8, personal year 8. What is your word for the rest of 2024? Let's see. Overriding. Okay, I am receiving that there has been some old programming that has been pumped into your brain. Your system is jammed because what it is that you have been taught is not truth. So you need to override the system. You need to rewrite your program so that you can write the reality that you desire. Also, stop letting people ride you. Stop letting people get over on you. Stop letting people, find a way to find your voice again. There may be some folks who like to cut you off in conversation. And when you try to express yourself, it's like you're talking to a brick wall. Develop whatever skills you need, or reach out to whatever outlets, or, wipe the slate clean and curate the individuals you interact with so that you don't feel like you're just, anything that you think is good for you is consistently being like control alt deleted, by people who feel like they know better than you for you. You know better for you. So override your own programming and don't allow anybody to discount what it is that you're trying to share. Your voice is important. Your impact is important. So for the rest of this year, focus on that. Life path number 9, destiny 9, personal year 9. What is your word for the rest of this year, 2024? Aspect. What I'm receiving is that you are not just a piece. You are not, although you are a part of the whole, you can be whole within yourself. You don't have to stay small in a corner because there are other voices that are louder than yours. You don't have to feel like your contribution to a project is not as important because it's a smaller role. Just because you may be there to tie up loose ends or, finish whatever it is others have started, your contribution is just as important. It's also important to note that being a supporting person or a supporting role to someone else is just as important as well. It is just as valued. It is just as crucial and necessary for whatever it is that you're undertaking to come to completion. So pay attention to what actually is happening on your end. Do you feel like you're not enough? Or are you yourself trying to take over and not allowing others to shine? I don't know. Only you know what's happening, Life Path 9. So pay attention to that and then adjust. Focus on that for the rest of the year. Life Path number 11. Master number 11. What is your word for the rest of 2024? Let's go here. Hatred. Oh my goodness. Who you mad at? Who are you upset with? Watch that. Hate is like crystallizing negative energies in you, and it only stresses you out and gives you gray hairs. But also, I'm a Libra, okay? So please don't mind the flip side of the coin thing. I do that. Maybe it's time to get mad. You know, people have been walking all over you for the first half of the year. You know, the world is doing a whole bunch of freaking nonsense, and people are just being abused and oppressed. You know, there are people who expect you just to be nice all the time. Maybe you need to get a little vex. Maybe you might say, I hate you once in a while. Make sure you mean it though, because them some strong words. But like, watch that. What side of the coin are you on? Either way, don't let the hatred overcome you. Don't let the hatred consume you to where you become somebody that you don't like, you don't respect, you don't recognize. Master number 22, life path 22, destiny 22, personal year 22. You can also take in information for the number 4. Just like 11, you can take in information for the number 2. But master number 22 specifically for you, what's going on for the rest of the year in 2024? What happening? You are a source. You gotta tap into that inner self and find the creator within and pull from source the goodness, the projects, the opportunities, the ideas to really put something new on the map. Put something, some innovative idea out there. Also find your source. Maybe it's time, you're not too sure what your spirituality is, or you do have a specific spiritual system that you have not been consistent or disciplined with. Tap into source. Source is there to help you. You are also a source. How are you being a source for others? What information are you giving, and is it credible? How are you curating how you are a source? That is what's happening for you for the rest of the year. So focus on that. Oh, and finally, but definitely not least, number 33. You can also look for the energy of the number 6. But number 33, life path, destiny, personal year. What is your word for the rest of 2024? Stuck. Oh, Lord. Master number 33. Have you been stuck? Don't get stuck now. Don't get stuck. You've been stuck for the beginning of the year. You might feel like, I'm supposed to be, mastering this stuff. I'm supposed to know these things. I'm on PhD level. Why can't I move forward? Why can't you move forward? What are you actually overthinking? What are you stuck about? If you're stuck, are you in the wrong direction? They say rejection is protection, and redirection is also that. Get unstuck. Don't be so stuck in your ways. Don't be so stuck in your mindsets and your ideologies that you can't actually see the forest for the trees, that you're no longer clear on what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because you're a master. You're the top dog. Don't be so stuck in like outdated mindsets that you become so rigid for other people or towards other people, or people find you so rigid that they consider you stuck up. You're immovable. You can't budge. You're the brick wall people are talking to. Or you yourself are hitting a brick wall. So you either get a sledgehammer and break down those obstacles outside or within, take you a spiritual bath, open up your roads, go give your offerings if you got to. But don't get stuck. Go with that flow. Move the boulder. That is a nice boulder. But for real, go with that flow. We don't ever want to get stuck, because being stuck is not a fun feeling. Okay? So guys, folks, people, them, beings of this realm, I give thanks for you tapping in, tuning in with me so far. I hope to bring some more stuff to you Again, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, comment. Oh my God, I'm actually saying that. Wow. Take a look at the description for some links in my bio. JuJuJunction.co. The shop is open again. Woo! We have relaunched. We have some one-of-a-kind goodies. As you can see, some of the crystals that I have here on this table. Some unique crystals. We have some merch. We have some items like herbs and hand ground cinnamon. I grind my own cinnamon, okay, straight from the nature island of the Caribbean, Dominica. We have some pre-orders for some t-shirts coming up, pre-orders for some other herbs as well. So go ahead, check us out. Follow us on Instagram at JuJuJunction _. And I hope you have a good rest of the year. And hope you have a good letting go. Face those fears. You can do it. Peace.